I'm definitely not on Lost Pearl yet again, though the trees behind me are now different. I'm in a totally different location than I was when I did my last intro. I am actually in Tuscany, and this is the Abbey of San Galdano, a gorgeous, gorgeous spot that we're going to be doing a photo shoot at. So in this episode, you'll be able to see some of the other traveling I've been doing and enjoying some of the wonderful, beautiful scenery and sights around Italy, and also Florida, and also Canada. So come on, let's have a look.
One of the first priorities as soon as I got back home was to get the bike ready to ride.
Wow, hasn't been started in months.
I headed into the Rocky Mountains and made my way over to the Okanagan Valley. The video from on board the bike is actually from another video I produced, and I'll put a link to that in the description if you're interested. One of the distinct advantages of going to the Okanagan is I got to see my girl Amy. It was so great to see her again. We borrowed my friend Laurie's camper van named Liv, and we headed off to the Sunshine Coast. We took the ferry to get across Howe Sound and enjoyed lovely seaside towns like Gibsons and Sechelt. We enjoyed wonderful food, and Amy enjoyed being in front of the camera. It was another really bad year in BC for forest fires, and there were many blazes really close to home. I went back to the Calgary area and enjoyed some more motorcycle time with friends. I also finally took the time to go see the Peace Bridge, which was constructed after I'd left the Calgary area. Then, just like that, I find myself in a gorgeous place in Florida. I stayed with my friends Kelly and Kalina, and this is their backyard. They had already pre-arranged a beach photo shoot with several models. It was such a treat to get back into the game again. Kelly and Kalina are the organizers of the photo tours that I assist on. Their photo tours and workshops are amazing, and now they have their own fine art photography magazine as well. I'll leave links to their website down below in the description. You really should check out their photography. It is amazing. Here are some of the shots that I captured that day.
After a wonderful visit, it was time to hop onto another plane and jump across the puddle to Europe.
The home base for the Tuscany tour was the lovely villa Aia Vecchia della Montelassetto. The villa itself dates back over 1,000 years. The villa itself is a great backdrop for some wonderful portraiture work. We had several models and I believe around 12 photographers that came out just to do some fine art portraiture. I've been lucky enough to have the pizza that comes out of this 700-year-old forno several times now. It is really amazing. We hit up some pretty iconic locations as well, like Siena, San Galdano, and here in San Gimignano. It was here in San Gimignano that we stopped by an artist's workshop. It was really cool to see, but more importantly, since our last visit, Kelly and Kalina have really built a relationship up with this artist. Antonio has a real depth to his soul, and I was surprised how much he remembered about me, as I'd only met him once 2 years prior.
Almost 30 years. This town, by the way, it's not the oldest town in the area. It's around 600 roughly. If you go to Volterra, it's almost 3,000, 2,000
We're going there tomorrow.
At least once we had to get up early to photograph the iconic Tuscan landscape. These are the ruins of the Teatro Romano in Volterra. So this is the backside of a theater complex. You can see the seating area back in there. And it was built around 100 or 200 BC. And on this side is a whole series of baths. So this was also a bath area, and it was built up over centuries, indicating that the population was thriving in this area. Back at the villa, it was time for some more creative fun, like using this wonderful headpiece. Who do you think wore it better? Though I was there to be an assistant, I was lucky enough to get some shots in myself.
So I'm going to be in Rome for a few days, and then I head back to Lost Pearl, and then I can get ready to go to Mexico. I'll have about 4 weeks to get the boat prepped and ready to go, provisioned and all of that. And still need to do some more sea trials on her, because I've only been out on the ocean a couple of times, and I really should try to get out in heavier weather a bit, just to make sure that everything's tight and I know how to store things so they're not flying all over the place. So that'll be coming up here in a bit, but yeah, for now it's back to Rome for a few days. I know, it's tough, but somebody's got to do it.
We stayed at a lovely Airbnb in downtown Rome, and this gave us the opportunity to walk to many of the sites as well as take some bus tours. We could also take a cab ride over to things like the Spanish Steps and Trevi Fountain. Kelly certainly never lets a good photo opportunity pass by. Certainly one of the advantages of going to Rome are being able to see the Vatican, the Roman Forum, and of course the Colosseum. I would not normally have done this on my own, but Kelly and Kalina invited me along for a couple of tours. They were certainly well worth it and very informative. The tour through the Vatican was led by an art history major, and she knew an amazing amount of details about a lot of the artwork, not just in the Vatican, but from all over Italy. I didn't really know too much about the Vatican before going, and I was stunned at the amount of artwork and sheer grandeur and scale of the place. The tour of the Colosseum and the Roman Forum was equally as impressive. Again, the grandeur and sheer scale of things was truly a sight to behold. This tour was led by an archaeologist, and her knowledge was amazing. It was truly a trip through time. But then it was finally time to return back to San Diego and Lost Pearl. Okay, well, that did go as planned. I didn't realize it at the time that I got to the airport, although I had a little inkling. But as a Canadian, I was not allowed to actually fly to the United States from Europe. I could have flown to the United States from Canada, and that's what I ended up having to do, is return back to Canada for a full 2 weeks before I can actually return back to Lost Pearl. This gave me the opportunity to travel through the mountains again and enjoy the lovely autumn colors. And of course, to see my girl Amy again. She's also actually pretty good on the other side of the camera too. So join us next time on Lost Pearl, where we get back to normal kind of sailing videos, like angle grinding and explosive propane leaks.